I'm just so excited to talk to you again because last time I saw you, we were sitting out amongst the gum trees chatting on a gorgeous day, and you were about to go and perform at the Byron Bay Blues Festival.
Oh, yeah. Now, was that the night one or was that the day one?
That was the day, and we were sitting outside. I was just so delighted to meet you and talk to you.
Oh, yeah. It was so beautiful there, man. Just wonderful.
And you told me that that was your first Blues Fest and how much you loved it and being in Australia, and now you're coming back to us in 2015.
Yes, we sure are. I'm really looking forward to it, too. I was so happy to be invited back. I was very surprised, actually, because I know that a lot of acts come through there, and it just made me so happy that we get to come again. What a good time.
Well, I watched you perform, and you just blew everyone away with your dynamic performance, and now I have to stop myself from gushing because I'm such a die-hard fan.
Hey, at least somebody is. This is wonderful. Okay.
Well, hey, you've got like 173,000 fans on your Facebook page. Don't be surprised.
Oh, my God. Is that true?
Yeah. I checked it the other day.
It's not bad.
I've been watching your activity on Facebook, and you sure don't let the grass grow under your feet, performing non-stop and also gigging with some amazing artists.
Yeah, I've been really, really lucky. I've gotten to play with some great people, and I've gotten to open up for some great people. And you always get a chance to maybe try and learn a little bit or at least just enjoy yourself, and get humbled and all that great stuff that happens, especially with Jeff Beck. I mean, he's just so sickly genius,
It's funny you should say that because I was one of my questions to you was that I was going to run a couple of names past you and for you to tell me the first thing that comes into your head. So you've just covered Jeff Beck because he was one of them. And the other one is Joe Bonamassa.
Oh, yes, of course. The great Joe Bonamassa, hardest working man in show business, no doubt.
He certainly is. I know from my brief dealings with you that you are not only a formidable talent, but you're a beautiful person as well. A very humble person.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. I needed to hear that. I've been feeling like such a jerk off lately because my poor husband has to deal with all my many moods. And he really hangs in there with it. I'll tell you, I got a good one.
How is your gorgeous husband, Scott?
He's so wonderful and sweet. He's just a good man. I don't know how God let me get so blessed to have such a wonderful man in my life.
Yes, well, I did meet him briefly as well, and he took a couple of fabulous photos of us. And you were admiring the ring I was wearing.
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
Oh, yeah, now I do, yeah.
I should have given it to you, but I like it too much.
Good for you. Sometimes, if you don't want to compliment someone on something because then I don't know what happens, but then they want to try and give it to you, and then you feel like, oh, man, I just screwed them out of something that they really like.
I know from when I saw you performing at Byron, and you sang that song for Scott and brought him onto the stage, there wasn't a dry eye in the house, and I had tears rolling down my cheeks, and I looked around and I saw grown men wiping the tears from their eyes as well.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I think I did My California.
That's it. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. Well, he's my life. He's my savior. It's just, there's no way I would ever date someone like me. I'd be gone in 3 minutes. Bye. And he hangs in here year after year and is really good to me. So, yeah.
It's funny you should say that because that's what I say as well. I wouldn't wish me on anybody.
Know it, right?
Exactly.
Oh, God. But you know what, though? Maybe you and I just have a tough time seeing our beauty,
Yeah.
And that's okay. Maybe that's one of our life lessons is that sometimes it's hard to like yourself. I think especially if you grow up in certain circumstances, you have a hard time kind of having acceptance for yourself. And then that's where I think God comes in and he just sends you people to love all the parts of yourself that you think are shit. Maybe to teach you that, hey, lighten up on yourself a little bit. You're not that bad.
Oh, you're just lovely. Now, your current CD, it's still Bang Bang Boom Boom, isn't it? This is still your current CD.
Well, my last original effort is the Bang Bang Boom Boom CD, but my actual last album is Seesaw, which I did with Joe Bonamassa, which we actually got nominated for a Grammy for, if you can believe that, for the blues at the Grammys. We didn't win, but that's actually my last official record. And then right now, as we speak, in fact, tomorrow I'm going over to the studio because we're mixing my latest record, which is another original effort. And I just finished it in New York, and now I'm just doing the mixes, and I think in about a week it'll be done. And then in early February of this coming year, or January, I'm not sure, but I know it's early in the coming year, we're going to be putting it out.
Fantastic. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. It's really different, so I'm looking forward to that.
Now, speaking of you and Joe, one of the songs I play on my show is Drivin Home with the Blues, and another show I've got is Rock and Blues Down Under. But one of the songs I play with you and Joe performing live in New York, I think it is.
I'll Take Care of You.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
Is that the one?
I
know you've been hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one we did at the Beacon. He was doing a DVD there, and I sat in for a couple of songs. Yeah, that was in New York.
So, what's your favorite song on the Bang Bang Boom Boom CD?
Oh, without a doubt, Baddest Blues.
All right.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I was just playing it, actually. I mean, obviously, everybody just dies for I'd Rather Go Blind when you're performing with Jeff Beck. But that's a bonus. It's a bonus track.
Yeah. Nothing can beat the song Rather Go Blind. That song is so phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, look, it's so hard to decide because they're all very different. I don't know. I can't tell you what's my favorite, to be honest. I just love listening to you and your voice.
One of the things that drives me crazy nowadays, in fact, I called my manager last night, and I said, I want to get my attorney to sue the shit out of him. I was so frustrated, is when you listen to music now, because a lot of people don't buy records, they get digital downloads, right?
Yeah.
You don't get the record lyrics. So people don't know what the hell you're saying. So they have all these websites, and one of the biggest websites that always comes up first when you're looking for people's lyrics is called A to Z, and it's got everybody in the world's name and lyrics and all their records that they've done in there. But all the lyrics are wrong. And it's like, how come they get away with that? And it really sucks. And last night, I was on the website, and I looked up Baddest Blues on A to Z lyrics, and I mean, none of the words that I say are in this thing. And I was so hurt, so sad. So I decided to go ahead and have all the lyrics to every record I've made up on my own website. But it still bothers me that these companies can place your work when it's incorrect and just put it out there.
That is so wrong.
Yeah, don't you think that should be totally illegal?
Yes, absolutely. I understand your frustration. Goodness me, that's crazy.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It really hurt. I even cried to my husband. I was like, I just look like the worst songwriter in the world. There's nothing I can do. And I'm like, I'm going to sue their ass. That's when I called my manager and said, get him on the phone. Oh, my God.
What's been the highlight since Blues Fest Byron Bay for you? What's been your highlight since then?
Working on this album, it was very challenging for me. I made a decision with my producers a year and a half ago that it would be an album of very personal, life-searching subject matter, and that the songwriting would be very cohesive as it can be, because I tend to be very eclectic in my writing. And it would not be based in blues. It would have soulful overtones, but it wouldn't be based in blues. More like the Bang Bang record, which has got a lot of blues and a lot of rock and roll and some swing, and then it's got some pop. But this record would be much more focused in terms of the music. And then the lyric, I would write about these stories. So right after Blues Fest, I came home and I finished up a lot of work that I needed to get done, and I wrote some more songs, and then we went in and made this record, and it was just an incredible experience. I love making records. It's funny, as I've gotten older, I enjoy to make them more and more. I guess maybe I'm less afraid, but I'm always still afraid, and this one was just so fun, and it just touched my heart, the wonderful people I got to work with on it. Great players, people I've been fans of for years, and that came in and worked with me, and it's just really cool. So I think I have to say the record.
Your background is amazing. I've just sort of been reading quite a bit of it, actually. And you started off in classical music. But,
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure you still love classical, but I bet you're glad that teacher said, "Oh, I'm not so sure this is the right music for you, Beth."
I don't know. To this day, when I catch an opera or a classical musical orchestra playing on TV, and you see one of the singers come out and sing, or you see the amazing concert pianist playing, I'm just so overwhelmed with total humility, but also that missing that, God, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have had that kind of gift that could have taken me there, because to me it's just the most extraordinary material. But then again, on the other side of that is there's nothing I think I love more in this world other than my husband and writing songs. So getting to write songs, I don't know if I, ever had that kind of talent to be able to do the classical orchestrations. That is really a whole other thing. But every time I'm working on a song, even if it doesn't turn out to be a great song or whatever, or something that ever makes it to a record, I still have so much joy of creating, just the experience of doing it. And so, however the road has led me, I was just, on my knees the other day, just saying, thank you, God, so much, how much I love to write and play that piano. I just love it.
Oh, well, we love you too. Hey, where are you right at this moment?
I'm at home.
Which is that LA, or where are you based?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Right.
Yep.
Well, just a delight to talk to you, and look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you so much. It was good talking to you.
Bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye.